You can watch this video without ads by going to my Patreon page. I also upload all my videos 36 hours early there. Patreon is great for creators like me because YouTube cuts ad revenue from small creators by claiming we are spreading misinformation when we debunk false claims. I'm not kidding, it's happened multiple times to me and lots of other people as well. It only costs $5 a month, and I upload around 25 or more videos a month, so you're getting access to tons of great content. Link is in the description. Let's get to the video.
How do you,
So you-
what's the reason that evolution is true?
I never said God doesn't exist. I
It's
thought
still
that
a
was a little
theory,
bit
though.
weird.
It's
But-
still evolution. Evolution is a theory, right? Not a fact.
It's I would regard scientific theories are the closest thing we have to like observable empirical scientific facts. And you believe this too because you think atoms exist, and you think that. Do you think the Earth is
I
flat?
do.
Okay,
No.
so so you don't think the Earth is flat?
Nah, I don't think it's flat now.
Okay, so you believe in like heliocentrism, which is a scientific theory. You think atoms exist. That's a scientific theory. A theory is a is a series of scientific hypotheses that have been proven to be true to the best of our abilities, and all converge toward like a singular explanation. So yes, there are atoms, and they are composed of subatomic particles. We can't really actually see them, but we've come up with tests to detect a world that's made of atoms would be a world that looks like this. And that's what has been established. And a world where evolution occurs has been proven along the exact same types of standards and procedures as any other scientific fact that you would take for granted, like the existence of atoms and Earth going around the sun. So I'm happy to talk about the evidence if you want to.
Yes. Let's go into that. It's not the same though. That we cannot correlate atom to that, and it
Yes,
still
we can.
remains.
Because the scientific process is the same.
Yeah, the scientific process for all of them is the same. It doesn't say anything, and evolution still remains a theory, not fact.
I'm almost speechless that every single thing I said went over your head. Do you think that atoms exist?
Look, let's go into evolution.
No,
Atoms
we're not
exist.
going into that. Do you think atoms exist?
Yes.
But it's just a theory.
Yes.
It's not a fact. You betray your own belief systems.
No, we cannot generalize like that in science.
Yes, that's how the scientific process generally works. This is how we reach conclusions.
Yes,
It's called
based on-
atomic theory, and you don't think that because we call it atomic theory, that means that we don't know if atoms exist. They might exist. You don't think that, yet you think it for other scientific theories.
Okay, can we go into evolution itself?
Not until you acknowledge that this talking point you have about if something's a theory, that doesn't mean we don't know it. That's not how it works, because you don't believe that.
No, it's not up to my or your belief. If it's, I agree on what you said, but it's
Okay, so because evolution holds the title of scientific theory, it means we have the highest confidence in the statement that evolution matter-of-factly does happen. We have the same confidence for that statement that we do for the statement subatomic particles exist. That's where we're at.
Look, personally, privately, any person on this planet can hold anything they want on this subject.
Yeah, you
But
can believe in contradictions. It happens.
No,
I'm just
but look-
here to point them out.
look, academically and worldwide, evolution still remains theory. And
Yes,
then
so does atomic theory.
it's not quite the same. We cannot. You want to generalize
Bro,
like
you
They're
have
the
you have
same
some of the
category of
fewest
objects.
dialogue options of anybody I've ever come across. You keep saying something that is an internal contradiction of your own belief system.
No, you're linking. Look, you're saying like this just because we
You
use.
don't get it, so we can move on. Let's
No,
just
you're
talk about
you're
evolution.
generalizing.
I've pointed it out. You don't get it. You're
But did
incapable of
you?
getting it,
But did you
and that's
generalize it
fine.
or not? Did you generalize it or not? Do you know how many?
I
Do you
don't know
know how
what I
many theories?
generalized or what you mean by generalized, but
Do,
I've pointed it out. Everybody can see it. We've run out of dialogue options, so let's just go to the next thing. Go to the
the,
next cutscene.
okay, okay. I disagree, but let's go to the
Rolled a
next
1 on his
cutscene.
intuition.
Okay, next on evolution. But evolution, you mean we've been Homo sapiens, monkeys, and then now we're humans, correct?
If by evolution I mean Homo sapiens, monkeys, other humans, that's not a question.
No, I mean by evolution, you mean this theory that we have. This is the evolution theory that we've been one cellular organism, multiple cellular organism, one organ, multiple organ, and eventually human beings.
Life has done that, but we were never unicellular organisms. Humans are humans. You will never be anything else other than what you are.
But that's what evolution says. It says that we be.
No, it doesn't say that.
What does it say then?
It says that life evolves.
Yeah, but life was first unicellular, multicellular organism, and then humans. This whole process.
Did people that speak Spanish used to speak Latin?
Wait, so you what is
Did
evolution
people
about?
that speak
Wait,
Spanish used to speak Latin?
it depends on what time history and when you're
No, it
talking
doesn't,
about.
because people that speak Spanish have never spoken Latin. Spanish evolved
No,
from
they have
Latin.
never spoken French either. What's your point?
I, there you go. Now you get it. So, no, humans were never monkeys. Humans have always been humans. Life evolves.
I'm not following. You mean should I
I know.
refer to the whole thing as life? Will that make the point clear? But
Sure,
evolution
why not?
itself says, are we on the same thing? Evolution itself says
At
that
one point
life.
in Earth's history, there were only unicellular organisms. Those unicellular organisms did not turn into humans.
You
That's
mean
not how it works.
you mean directly or progressively,
In
or
a
not at
way,
all?
neither, but certainly not directly. Life progressively evolves. That is true. We know that it does.
So have we humans, you and me, evolution-wise, have we been unicellular at certain point? Yes or no? No?
You know that Mace Windu clip from the Star Wars video game where he goes, and then he goes,
Be
No.
patient.
that's me right now with you. I cannot fucking believe that you just said that. Even though we just went over that's not how it works.
No, I'm really trying to understand where I am wrong or what am I
Okay,
missing.
the point is that humans have always been human organisms. There
Okay,
was
okay.
a time where there were no human organisms, and there were Homo heidelbergensis, for example, which was like an earlier human-like primate. And then before that, there was a time where there was no Homo heidelbergensis, but there was Homo habilis, which was an even earlier human-like primate. And then before that, there was Homo erectus. But there
Okay,
was
okay.
never a time where one thing was two different species at different times in its life.
Okay, but you mean one lineage evolved progressively to something else, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you also agree on this, Mr. Host?
Yes.
Okay, and you base that on mutation, correct?
The fossil record, DNA evidence, I wouldn't say we base it on mutation. That just doesn't even make sense.
So how does the evolving work? According to what my knowledge on evolution, that it's based on mutation.
That's certainly an important part of it, but changes in gene expression can be equally as powerful. So you don't even have to alter the DNA. You can just change the way the DNA is expressed because virtually all traits are polygenic and there's an enormous symphony of gene interactions that takes place. So changes in one gene that don't appear to directly have anything to do with one trait or characteristic have these cascading effects as they interact with other genes, and then it does produce an unpredictable but significant outcome, or like
Okay.
change, I should say.
Can we say okay? So you mean change in expression, mutation in expression, correct?
Yeah.
So how does that mutation happen? Randomly, correct?
Sometimes the mutations don't happen randomly. The which
Does
mutations
something
occur
decide
are
for it? Wait, does something decide for it to happen, or it happens by itself?
If it happened by itself, that would not be random. That's not what randomness is. So there is a cause behind them. So it can be from transcription errors. It can be from a cosmic ray
But
bumping a
that is
nucleotide
mutation.
out of position.
That
Those
is
things are non-random. You don't know which genes are going to get affected. That's the random part that you can't predict specifically what will happen, but it doesn't happen randomly. That's just kind of a weird, that's just not really accurate.
uh, okay. I don't know how to put it, but
So the DNA changes. We know many different ways in which the DNA code gets reshuffled. Things get taken out, things get duplicated, things get substituted. It happens.
so it doesn't happen randomly. It happens. It just happens by itself.
For the sake of the discussion, let's just say yes. That's not a problem for evolution.
Do you have any genetic knowledge study course? Have you
Yeah.
done? What's your education?
I have a degree in biology.
Okay.
I mean,
Then
I can point you to a 600-page book about genetics that I read last year.
okay, yeah, but you described but you're wrong in mutation and what things goes into the category of this called random mutation and non-random mutation. You mixed them.
No, what's random is you don't know which genes will mutate, but the changes themselves are not random events because random,
No, let me
I
stop
don't
you
know.
right there.
Maybe it depends on what you mean by random, but random in these contexts, usually when I'm talking to people,
Random.
means it has absolutely no like there isn't even a cause behind it. It happens for no reason. Like no, there's cause and effect behind what causes mutations, transcription errors, a cosmic ray bumping into it, an unequal splitting of chromosomes during cellular division.
But
They
that counts as random.
I
Look, let me explain.
like I said
Look,
earlier that we can say that that's the case and we can that's fine. I don't mind. Just go ahead and that's not a problem for evolution though.
it is. It is. If
It's
it
not
happens,
because we have non-random selection.
what do you mean we have non-random selection? If
Natural selection
evolution,
is
look, you're mixing the whole
Trigger Danny.
no non-random selection, and then you say cosmic rays, and this and that. When gene is selected or when gene replicates, it replicates from its maternal or
okay.
paternal
I can explain
genes.
it very
When,
quickly. Are you ready?
no. You did it. You have said the same thing. Hear me out.
I haven't
When
told you
something
how natural selection is the
no, but you're
non-random
wrong in
element
the
that
random.
fixes
You're
this
still wrong. You're still
randomness
wrong
air
in the
quotes
random part.
problem.
You're still wrong in the random part. You can't.
That's fine. Let's just say I'm wrong. Let's say all the things that cause changes in the genes are random. That's totally fine, and we can move on from there because that's not a problem for natural selection.
Uh, no, that is no. They are linked together, and that is a big problem.
It's not a big problem because we have natural selection. So, for
Can I give
example,
an analogy?
let's take an insect. Insects will give birth to sometimes hundreds or thousands of offspring, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say a bug, I don't know what it is, some random bug. It has 1,000 offspring. 90% of them look like the parent, they blend in with their environment, they're good. 10% of them are like bleach white. So, do you think those ones are going to survive as well as the others?
No, but this is not about the
No, that's natural
survivability.
selection. So there you go. What
And
caused 10% of them to be white? Weird genetic reshufflings and mutations and changes that we can't predict. Let's just call them random. Oh no, is this a problem? No, because nature selects the organisms go through the filter of the environment, and ones that are best suited to survive do and reproduce. So there we go. Non-random selection.
uh, yeah, no man, you're mixing it again. If those
Nope.
10%, look, come, hear me out. If those 10% turns out albino or white, this the gene that is supposed to pick the dark color for them, and deviates and picks white. This event is called random because they're not supposed to do it. They off go, like they don't follow the genetic pattern of their mom and dad, and they take something else. And this and the cause of
Yeah,
this can
not a
be
problem.
the cause of this can be if the UV light, sorry, environmental. It can be anything.
Yep.
But first it's called random, and then the cause of it is that. Sorry, you follow?
Yeah, but it's literally not an issue because natural selection is non-random. Like your argument is a random process could not guide the changes, like directional changes in organisms to get them to better fit their environment. Because eventually, if you just have randomness after randomness after randomness, then you have all these different perturbations and variations of the organisms, and eventually, virtually none of them fit into the environment and everything goes bad. Except that's not what happens. You completely left out a step, which is natural selection, the most important step.
We
It's
we
the
have
our it's literally called the theory of evolution by natural selection.
You went and summoned Danny.
now we
Said it three
have
times.
gone. Okay, I guess I don't think we're gonna reach any point with this.
Probably not. But
No,
what's the problem with it being random according to you?
no, I'm saying it's not random, and because firstly, it's not random because no such thing as random exists, and then it's not a discussion about its survivability, and the 10% mosquitoes you're talking about, the fact that they get picked to be white, that selection is still not called random.
If it's not random, how do you think mutations happen? Do you think that they're deterministic?
Look, in this level, yes, it's deterministic.
That's
In
fine. That's not a
from
problem for
our
evolution
point of
either.
from our point of view, from a human point of view, it's random. But from itself, from genetical point of view, it's not random. Nothing in genetic is random, and thus
So
it
then what's the
look,
problem?
thus it renders the whole theory of evolutions invalid because
You said
the whole
Your
theory
whole
of
argument, the
evolution.
whole time you were telling me, I was telling you it's not random, and you said no, it is random, and now you're saying that it's not random. The fuck are you doing?
No, you mix them at in the section where you mix them. That's why we are here.
Unbelievable. So, mutations aren't random.
Random.
Therefore, evolution isn't true. That's
Mutation aren't
make your
random.
case.
Yeah, that's the case. Mutation aren't random.
Peterson, I gotta run. I'm gonna go play
Even
Baldur's
if
Gate with brother. Thanks for
and
having
there's
me.
okay, and there's a separation there. Even if they were random or not random, none of this still justifies or gives any proof that what this doctor guy said, that we've been this and that and now we are humans. It's a very like the first part,
How do you
mutation, is very,
determine if two organisms are related?
you do it by you look at their genes.
Yep. Have we done that? Yep. Do we see relatedness in organisms? Yep. What does that
Yes,
mean?
you
We're
can
related.
look. You
There we
can
go.
see. No. You can see
No, that is what
relatability,
that
if
means.
there is such
That's
word.
exactly what that means. That's the only thing that it means. The only thing you can glean by studying the genes, the DNA of two organisms, is you can figure out, do they have gene commonalities? Do they share genes? The only way they can share genes is to be related. That is
Yeah.
the case. So there we
Yes.
go. Proof positive.
No. Look.
No, not
Yes.
no. Yes. That's
Listen.
exactly what that
Let me
means.
let, let me say my
No.
part.
No.
Yes, what
So,
you are saying
no,
is true.
I'm actually not going to do that until we go over the fact that you agree with every single point of this and then just reject the conclusion at the very end. So, if two organisms are related, what would that mean? What does it mean if they are related? What would the evidence look like?
What you just said is true. You can look at the genetic and see if they're related, but you
There you
cannot
go.
look in the.
Do organisms share genes?
Yes.
So, what's the conclusion?
The conclusion is you cannot. There is no conclusion in this. That's the problem. You cannot take it.
Okay, amazing. Go ahead, tell me.
Look, to be related, if A is related to B, is not the same as A is from B. You follow? That's the problem
God
with genetic.
fucking damn it, Mass. Do you think that evolution teaches us that chimpanzees turned into humans?
Yeah, that's my.
No, you fucking idiot.
I might
That's
be.
not what evolution says.
Yeah, I
It's
was
never
going to
been what
say.
it
I
says.
was going
That
to
is the
say I
most
might be wrong.
commonly regurgitated, dumb-ass fucking trope that idiots like you say about evolution, which means it's the most commonly debunked idiotic brain dead fucking
Look, I
trope,
was going to
which means
say I
there's
might
the
be wrong.
most amount of information to clarify how this is wrong is out there for you to consume, and you've completely managed to shield yourself from all that information, and you fucking came up here and you said the stupidest thing that you can. You are the parody, you are the perfect parody of the ignorant fucking dumbass that doesn't know what evolution is and says things aren't true about
I
it to
asked
argue
and
against it.
confirmed
That's you. That's not what evolution says. We're related to chimps. What does that mean? It means we have a common ancestor with chimps. A long time ago,
No, it
something that
doesn't.
isn't a
That's the
chimp and
point.
something that isn't a human exists that we both share a lineage with. You fucking idiot.
No, it doesn't. Look, can I talk now?
No, no, you fucking can't until you acknowledge that that's what that means.
I have to be able to give my reason to why it is that it doesn't mean that.
But you're 100% wrong. And we're not moving on until you acknowledge that you were wrong. That's not what humans and chimps are related, does not mean humans came from chimps.
No, now you're asking a second question. You have to.
No,
I don't know if you're on time.
acknowledge your error. Humans being
What error?
related to chimps doesn't mean that humans came from chimps. Acknowledge your error.
I still my claim that is true. A related to B doesn't mean that A is from B.
Exactly. And evolution is not telling you that that's what that means. And then I asked you, do you think that evolution teaches us that chimpanzees turned into humans? And you said yes. That's false by your own analysis of what it means to be related to something. So,
I was
do you
going to say I
acknowledge
might
that
be
you were wrong?
about what? I'm not following you, dude. Chill. Calm down. Let's talk this through. Look, I agree with you. We are related. We are related to chimpanzees. If you want to know, we are 100% related to, I don't know, a mosquito in the genetic of constant oxygen consumption, but doesn't make us coming from mosquitoes. It's our perspective.
Why do you keep saying that? That's not what it means to be related to something. To be related to something. Do you have a cousin? Do you have cousins?
Don't take my cousin. Take Mr. X from.
Are
I don't
you?
know,
Do
from
you have
Germany.
cousins? Do you have cousins?
Yes,
Are you related to your cousins?
but does my cousin can? But my cousin doesn't.
Shut the
fly
fuck
or
up.
eat-
Are you
My
related
cousin
to your
doesn't eat
cousins?
bananas or fly in the fucking trees, dude.
Are you related to your cousins?
But does my cousin eat banana?
Are
and
you related to your cousins?
But does my cousin live on the trees?
Are you related? Okay, you're incapable of answering the question, probably because at this point you know you're wrong. So I'd be scared if I were you too. But
No,
we're going to go
I
to
am
those
related
places,
to my
and it's going to
cousin,
be
but my-
okay because we're going to go there together. We'll use the power of friendship to do this. You are related to your cousins. Did your cousins bang each other and give birth to you? No, because that's not what it means to be related to something. Yet, every single time you talk about species being related to each other, you say, well, that doesn't mean that humans came from a mosquito. You already know that that's not what that means. So stop saying it.
Can I just say one thing now? Okay, can I just say one thing? Look, related in this
If
sense.
you-
No,
if
you have to
you-
hear me out now. You have to hear me out now. Listen,
If
related
you
in
say
this
something
sense.
as fucking wrong and stupid as every single thing you have said so far, despite the fact that we now know you've had it fully explained to you that that's not how that works, go ahead. If you get it wrong again, rather than berating you, I'm just going to get rid of you because you're proving to be an idiot that's not worth my time.
Wow. Okay. I really don't care about this as much either, to be honest. But look, to be related to one. Actually, that insult was tough, hard, bro. Chill. I forgot my point. Okay, listen. To be related with my cousin or anybody else, it's not. It's because we live on this planet. We all consume the same thing. We all use. We share the same genetics, same strands on all this kind of stuff. That's what it says, and
Yeah,
doesn't say more
because
than
you
that.
both are related to something in the past
No, wait.
that
It doesn't say. It doesn't
produced
say. No, no,
lineages
no.
that
It
lead to
doesn't
both of
say.
you.
No, it doesn't
That's
say
what that
that.
means. That's what it
It
means to be
doesn't mean
related.
that. No, it doesn't mean.
Yes,
What?
it does. That's what
What
it means.
that?
That's why you and
No.
your cousin are related, because you share grandparents.
Yes, me and my cousin already.
Yes,
But
that's 100% what it means. If you're related to something, that means something in the past you both are derived from. Your cousins, you and your cousins have the same grandparents.
No.
Congratulations. Now you understand it. It doesn't mean you
No,
come from
no,
your
no.
cousins.
You're skipping, dude. Look, I'm related to the rock also because we are both on this planet. Does that mean that we came from the same ancestors? This is how you generalize the whole
Do
thing.
you know what it means to
Don't
be
cherry
related?
pick.
Does it mean
What
to
you do-
exist? Does existing mean that two things are related?
That's what
That
you are
was dumber
saying.
than anything you've said so
That's-
far.
that's what
Does
you are saying.
existing mean that two things are related?
That's what you are saying.
You're
If me and the monkeys
you're
exist,
beyond
or-
you're beyond any sense of hope or ability to think.